And you know what? Paul Herrera is one of his good buddies. Never mind Jackson. Jackson's a good buddy too.
It's Rampage Jackson's coach.
Yeah, he's my wrestling coach. He coached me for many of my fights. He's a good guy. We've talked about that before.
What did you say?
All right.
Tell the truth.
Okay, I tell the truth. He underestimated you. He said back in those days when he took that fight on short notice and he was out drinking and partying and stuff like that, and he just thought that he was going to take you down and out wrestle you.
Yeah, that's all right. He did good. He did actually. What happened in that show is that how my friend, the way how UFC worked, right? You'd have a room like this, and it'd just be set up like this. Things are on the window. You can't come in. Everything you can't come in. Nobody can come in. You sign out times of when you want to work out. So they signed out times. So people were in the room when he was there. Not in the room outside. They couldn't see in the window. They'd open up the door and look in, and they chased them out. But every time they opened up and look in, he was doing that move. They should have locked the door. So then they came back to me and said, "We know what he's gonna do."
Wow.
And then before that, what they were doing is they were you down at the beach because it was San Juan, Puerto Rico. And so then you have to give a little spin to what you're doing. Hi, I'm Gary Goodridge. I'm coming to do this. And so you see him do that. So he did exactly the move on me that I was going to do. It's called the fireman's carry. And so they saw that, and then they saw him training in the room with that. That's what he's doing. He's doing this. So then we stayed up all night working on how to combat that.
Wow.
And that's what we came up with. So all night we practiced on that move that I was working on. So then 4 hours later, after I finished practicing, he's shooting on me the same way that how I was just practicing. So that's why it's like blinking your eyes, boom, tickety-boo, tickety. Had he did anything else but that, it would have been a different fight, much different fight. But because he did the exact same thing that I was just training for all night, it had to happen that way.
Wow. It was meant.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But Tank Abbott talked about it a little bit. Tank thinks the reason why it was Big John McCarthy, right? The referee. Yeah. He thinks the reason why Big John McCarthy didn't stop it sooner is because they was all mad at Paul Herrera and Tank Abbott because somebody stole some cigars or something before. And you remember that? And they thought that Paul Herrera did it. Or that crew.
Yes.
So it was like a perfect storm for him to get knocked out like that.
I heard about that. So then it took a long time for John to get around and stop it. But I say John told me about this. John said that how he saw Paul take me down. He says, "Yeah, they're down on the floor. Paul took him down." So he got relaxed because he knows Paul's a wrestler. I wasn't. So he relaxed and he walked around to watch it. And as he walked around to watch it, I was hitting him elbows already. So he was scrambled to get in. That's what he said, but I don't know. John, I can trust what he says. He's a good kid.
Yeah, all bias aside, that's one of the most brutal knockouts in our sport. Even I gotta be honest and say that even though Paul Herrera is my coach, I love him dearly. I love you too. I've known you longer, but I've trained with him and stuff like that. I know both of you guys, and just the way the sport is. It's just I even feel guilty and bad saying this, but that is one of the most brutal knockouts in our history of this sport.
That's the most famous crucifix of all time in MMA history, by far.
And it came out of nothing.
It was seamless.
It looked like it was Bruce Lee training this forever.
No.
But like I said, I trained it that night, and he did the exact same thing I was training for.
So you're telling me you never practiced the crucifix till 4 hours before the fight? Incredible.
You know what? All these years, like even before I met you fighting with you in Japan, I thought that was your martial art, like whatever, because you fought in that gi, like that black gi, right? I was like, man, that's a badass martial art. What the fuck is that martial art?
Everybody said that too.